Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. I have a very interesting editorial for you today because I'll tell you everything that happens in this country, there are two views. So, hunger index came in this country and there were people who said, we are 101 out of 116, and some people said, no, aisa kuch hota nahi hai. All this hunger index humbug, all the data and all are wrong. One set of research that says, middle class falling down to poverty, they're sliding down to poverty and things are bad with middle class are not able to afford. Another group of people say, aisa kuch nahi hai. Everything is doing well, business is doing well, middle class is doing well, money is happening. So, everything is good. Everything is good in our country. So, like I said, every debate has two views, which is fair, which is fine. Now, today, what I want to talk about is again a topic that I normally like to dwell on, middle class and how inflation has affected middle class. While doing research on this particular subject, I stumbled upon a table in Times of India. This was all India average retail price of key kitchen items. That is the cost of each of these items as on 17th of October 2021. Okay, they spoke about 1 kilo of 1 kilo or 1 liter of these items, and that's what they discussed. So I found this table very interesting, and then I thought, why not dwell into an average Indian's life, compare his savings with his spending, and let us find out whether an average Indian today is flourishing, is happy, is contented, or is he suffering? That's my editorial today. Let's get right into the show. Okay, so let's talk about this table that I spoke to you about, the Times of India table. Actually, the source of this table, like I said, is Consumer Affairs Department, Government of India. So the source is absolutely authentic, and the way we'll go about it is, we will figure out what the price is. In my office, we have done a small research where we found out what is the average consumption of a family of 4. Okay, that's how we've drawn our conclusion. So, the cost of the product per kilo and what an average consumption is for a family of 4. So, that's how we'll go about it. So, let's start. According to this table, chana dal cost 75 rupees 30 paise for a kilo as on 17th of October, like I said, 2021. We understand that an average family of 4 consumes 1 kg. Tur dal 105 rupees 30 paise, average family of 4 consumes 3 kgs. Urad dal 105 rupees 30 paise, family of 4 1 kg. Moong dal 100 rupees 80 paise, family of 4 2 kgs. Masoor dal 94 rupees 20 paise, average family of 4 consumes 1 kg, and mustard oil packed 183 rupees per kg, per liter actually, and average family of 4 consumes 1 kg. We have after that we have soya bean oil, which is 155 rupees. In our office at least, the average family did not consume this, so we kept it as blank. Sunflower 168 rupees 50 paise, average family of 4 consumes 5 kgs. Palm oil 134.40 rupees, an average family of 4, at least in our office, did not consume this, so we kept it as vacant. Potato 21 rupees 20 paise, average family of 4 consumes 10 kgs of potato in a month. Onion 39 rupees 40 paise, average family of 4 consumes 10 kgs, and tomato 45 rupees 30 paise, average family of 4 consumes 10 kgs. So, if you actually calculate this entire figures, the entire figure comes to around 2,876 based on what the consumption is. This is what an average family. So, a lot of things we have left also, so that we will be as realistic as possible. So, here we are. 2,876 rupees is what you spend on potatoes, tomatoes, onions, and your groceries. Now, over and above this, an average family consumes at least 15 kgs of rice in a month, and that costs around 50 rupees per kg, and that price comes to 750 rupees a month. Same, around 15 kgs of wheat, average price again same, 50 rupees. So cost is coming to same 750 rupees a month. 50 rupees includes 42 rupees of the kilo of wheat and 8 rupees of grinding it and all of that. So 750 rupees there. Like I said, grains 2,876 rupees. 1 cylinder of gas consumed a month, though that is 1,000 rupees. Milk 1 liter per day for 30 days, 52 rupees per liter. Total cost 1,560 rupees. Vegetables in a month and average consumption is anything between 2,500 to 1,650. We have taken the lowest, we have taken 1,650. So basically, food itself cost a family 8,586 rupees. Let's go further. Electricity on an average cost 1,500 rupees a month for a family. Rent, rate, taxes, etc. Society tax, rent, rate, etc. cost around 7,000 rupees a month for a family. And travel cost anything between 3,000 rupees to 7,000 rupees. We take the lowest, 3,000 rupees per month per family. So the total comes to around 20,000 rupees. In fact, the total comes to 20,086 rupees. We'll calculate it as 20,000 rupees. Okay, that's what an average family has to spend on mere food and housing. Okay, na? Clothing, I'll talk later on. Mere food and housing. Now, if you talk about the average salary, now there are 3 reports and 3 average salary floating in the market. One report says the average salary in India is around 32,000 rupees. Another report says an average salary in India is around 16,000 rupees. The third report, which is the Shop and Establishment Minimum Wages report, says that average salary of a skilled labor in India or a skilled worker in India is 14,000 rupees. Okay, so let us take a mean average. 32,000 rupees, 16,000 rupees, 14,000. The mean average comes to around 20,600 rupees. That's your average. 20,600 rupees. So let us assume that an average person in India earns 20,600 rupees. So already after spending on his basic, he is left with 600 rupees. 600 rupees is what he is left with after spending basic. Now in the 600 rupees, he has to manage his housing loan, his EMIs as we call it, EMIs. Okay, it could be housing loan, it could be personal loan, it could be vehicle loan, it could be loan that he has taken for a marriage of his sister, his daughter, his niece. It could be loan that he is taken for various reasons. So he has to pay that EMI in that 600 rupees. He has to pay child education, which is again, it is mandatory. There is no option, child education in that 600 rupees. He has to pay for recreation. Little, once in a while you take your family out for a dinner somewhere. Once in a while. Okay, he has to pay for that. He's got 600 rupees. Child's development. Child's development is tuitions, his or her dance or sports or art. 600 rupees. That's what he's left with. Most importantly, one breaks, he breaks his back when there is a health expenditure in the family. So all this I'm not even talking about. This is the status of an average middle class. This is what he faces every month. And that is why every month as day passes, he starts getting worried about where his next money, where his next meal is going to come from. This is a reality. This is reality. Now you decide whether hunger index is right. You decide, because at the end of the day, mind you, his expenses of 30,000 rupees roughly, which if you go to see all of this, I'm saying roughly 30,000 rupees, his expenses of 30,000 rupees has to be met with 20,600, which means every month he is compromising 9,400 from somewhere. Which means every month either he is compromising on his rent or his wheat or his grains or his gas or his milk or his veg or his electricity or his rent or his travel, out of which electricity, rent, travel and gas cannot be compromised on. End of the day, a EMI cannot be compromised on. End of the day, children's education cannot be compromised on. Most of the parents won't compromise on children's education. Though I've got letters from parents who have written to me that they had to remove their children from school. I have letters And why letters? I have comments. See some of my editorials. There are comments below. People have written that they have taken their child out of school. But this is reality. This is reality. He can compromise on recreation, which he does. He can compromise on his child development activities, which he does. He or she does. And he cannot compromise on health. So this is the gap that every Indian middle class is facing today. Like I said, you decide whether Indian middle class is prospering, Indian middle class is very happy, Indian middle class is growing, their happiness is growing, the taxes that the government collects is more, so the entire country is happy, business is flourishing. Is that what the reality is? Or is this what the reality is? Till I see you next time. Namaskar.